There has never been a Christian utopia. That's the funny thing. They're just going to fight amongst themselves. Yeah, absolutely. Even if they were able to get every single atheist and every other religion out of this country, the Christians would never be able to agree on anything. And the reason we know this is because they never have agreed on anything. In the beginning of Christianity, there were Catholics. But in the modern age, Protestants don't even think that Catholics are really Christian. And in the year 1517, Martin Luther nailed a proclamation to the church door saying, hey, we're not going to be Catholics anymore. We're now Lutherans. And there was much fighting. Then in the year 1534, King Henry VIII came along and was just like, I need to get a divorce. And the church was like, you can't get a divorce. We don't do that here. So King Henry said, fuck that. I'm going to create my own religion. And that's how we got the Church of England, or the Anglican Church, or in America, it's Episcopalian. Fun fact. When I was in elementary school, I went to an Episcopalian church school. You had to go to chapel every day before school. I had to do altar boy duties. Fortunately, I didn't have to do those type of altar boy duties, if you know what I mean. The preacher or the rector of that church drove a Ferrari. I thought it was cool at the time, but now that I'm an adult, I'm thinking, what an asshole! But moving ahead with history, in 1921, Ireland and Northern Ireland split up because one side was Catholic and the other side was Protestant. There was a little bit more to it than that. One side was like, to the monarch. There was still fighting amongst the Protestants on the Protestant side and Catholics on the Catholic side. Before the United States started, there were a lot of Puritans that were basically pushed out of Europe because their religious practices were too extreme. So they decided to come here and set up camp and start killing women in the name of witchcraft, you know, that old chestnut. Many of them thought the indigenous people here were full of evil spirits, so that they needed to be eradicated. But even when they did that, the Christians still didn't have a utopia. They still didn't get along. They just kept dividing and dividing and dividing into new and different denominations. During the Civil War, we got Southern Baptists because those people believed that it was a God-given right to keep slaves. So whenever these MAGA people keep saying that they're just wanting to turn this country into a Christian nation, I don't think they even know what that means, because I guarantee that's not the end of the fighting. That's not kumbaya moment. More likely, it's the beginning of this denomination is bad and needs to be wiped out. You know, because Christians got a Christian. I've always had this question in my mind. If all religions teach peace, then why haven't all religions achieved peace? Because if peace is what your religion is striving to achieve, it should be fairly easy to try and achieve it. The first step would be, don't kill people that aren't exactly like you. But yeah, I couldn't even imagine what a Christian utopia would even look like. But I do know what a Christian utopia would look like to me. It would be a world where Christianity was treated like every other ancient religion. Like mythology. It could absolutely be studied, but just not practiced anymore. Is that too much to ask?